Hey, today I'm going to be recapping episodes 53 through 58 of Eternal Love. Dijin's heart has clearly been moved by Fengzhou, who is still recovering from her injuries. He leaves, requesting that they not tell her he was there. Sujin has finished making her Baiqian doll and brings it to life. She plans to send it down to the mortal realm to be with Yehua. Baiqian will see the two of them together and be super jealous. I can't even take Sujin's plot seriously anymore. Yehua is a young adult now, and when he sees the doll, at first he thinks it's his future wife. He realizes it's not her based on the way she acts, but allows her to become a servant in his manner. Mourning is going into seclusion as he's still weak, so he'll be out of commission for a few days. Zilan is also leaving. By creating an elixir for someone from the ghost tribe, Zilan has broken some rules. As penance, he promises never to see Yanzhi again, and plans to spend his time guarding the celestial tribe tombs. Baiqian goes down to see Yehua and finds him drinking with the dummy. Sujin comes down as well and blabbers on about how much Yehua has missed Susu, hoping to make her jealous. It does get to her, and she starts to wonder if Yehua only likes her because she looks like Susu. She's really jealous of herself, but she doesn't know that yet. Feeling sorry for herself, Baiqian gets very drunk and smashes the soul gathering lamp. It releases the essence of Susu, which all goes flowing back into her. All of her memories are officially back. In the mortal realm, Yehua is still waiting for Baiqian, not accepting the doll as a replacement. Now that Baiqian has her memory back, the first thing on her list is to pay a visit to Sujin. Baiqian finally confronts Sujin with all of her memories and at full power. It's a great confrontation, culminating in Baiqian taking her eyes out of Sujin's skull. She then orders Sujin to go and defend Qing Cang's bell for the rest of her life. Once Baiqian leaves, Sujin puts together a story that Baiqian attacked her without provocation and then left. Fengzhou arrives just in time to stop Sujin from lying her way out. Dijin backs her up and they all go to see the Heavenly Lord. Baiqian, meanwhile, is dealing with all the new, or rather old, feelings related to Yehua. In the mortal realm, Yehua dies, still waiting for Baiqian. When he wakes up in the celestial tribe, he hears the news and goes to see Moyan. Moyan tells him his story and gives Yehua his blessing to be with Baiqian. Not that he needed it, but thanks, bro. In the Heavenly Lord's chambers, Sujin is spinning lies about crazy Baiqian stealing her eyes and running off. Yehua is back and gets the news that Baiqian took Sujin's eyes. He puts together that her memory is back. He wants to go and see her, but first needs to make sure to set the record straight. He has Siming go pick up Sangji, Yuanzhen, and the fake Susu from the mortal realm. They all go to see the Heavenly Lord. First nail in the coffin is dummy Susu. It's illegal to make things like this, especially if it's to interfere with a mortal trial. Exhibit B, Yuanzhen. He explains his side of the story, and inconsistencies in Sujin's story make it clear that he's telling the truth. Sujin tries appealing to Yehua for some reason, but of course that doesn't work. The Heavenly Lord orders that her status be removed and that she follow Baiqian's order and go and guard Qing Cang's bell. With Sujin finally taken care of, Yehua goes to see Baiqian, but the fox den is closed to visitors. Li Jing has spent the last few days building a ritual platform. He plans to summon Qing Cang back to the ghost tribe and then kill him. Remember this useless old man from earlier? Well, now he's got an equally useless partner in Sujin. They gave her a pair of fish eyes so she can only see a little bit. Yehua waits for days to see Baiqian. Despite being so weak, he stays standing day and night. Dijin, Fengzhou, and Siming make it to the bell, and since Dijin is too weak, Fengzhou checks the bell and finds that it's empty. Li Jing has successfully summoned Qing Cang's spirit, and he's not exactly happy to see him. They start to fight, and Li Jing is completely outmatched. I mean, just not a chance. Li Jing dies, giving Qing Cang another energy boost, and Qing Cang returns to Bell Beach. It's not really called that, but it should be. Qing Cang starts to attack the people standing on the beach, and Fengzhou injures herself trying to save Dijin. Yehua and Baiqian get the news of Qing Cang's return. Baiqian is still ignoring Yehua, but they head to the beach. Baiqian arrives first and tries to attack, but Yehua restrains her and goes to fight Qing Cang himself, despite being so weak. Yehua and Qing Cang fight for a while, and Yehua defeats him, just barely. Unfortunately, in doing so, he activates Qing Cang's trap card, and the bell begins to grow bigger and swallow everything up, like it did last time. And once again, someone will need to sacrifice their soul. Yehua of course goes for it, and we get a scene eerily similar to the one from episode 6, down to Yehua's body floating down into Baiqian's arms. Baiqian and Yehua say a tearful goodbye, and Yehua dies. Yehua's family gets the news that he's dead, as does Moyan. Baiqian has put up a force field around herself and Yehua, and is not allowing anyone to get close. Moyan arrives, and she finally breaks it down, asking him to save Yehua. When he says he can't, Baiqian teleports the two of them back to her cave. This causes problems as the Heavenly Lord wants to collect his body so it can be buried. After some time, Le Shu, Dijin, and the princess come in person to get Yehua's body. As she was never actually married to Yehua, she has no choice but to give it up. She says her goodbyes and they take his body. Feng follows Dijin to the Celestial Tribe and finally gets the answer to the question that's been bothering her all this time. Dijin says that if it were not for his cursed fate, he would have chosen to be with her. Days pass and Bai Chen is going crazy with sadness. She's drinking so much that she hallucinates Yehua at random times. Finally, she makes a makeshift grave for him and tries to move on. 3 years later, Feng is getting ready to become the Fox Queen, and she looks great, much more like an adult. Dijin does not attend the ceremony, but sends a gift through Siming. In the mortal realm, Bai Chen and Bai Chen come across Sujin living a really rough mortal life. They also run into Yenja serving tea, small town. Bai Chen and Yenja have a little chat and reminisce on her time as Saiyan when Yenja had a crush on her. Yenja is still living with Li Jing's daughter, who looks a lot older thanks to the time difference between the two realms. Sometime later, Zilan, who is still guarding the tombs, comes to report strange activity around Yehua's coffin. Mo Yan comes to double check, and it turns out that Yehua isn't dead, he was just resting. A nice restful coma. Mo Yan wakes him up, and of course the first person he wants to see is Bai Chen. They have a beautiful reunion in the Peach Blossom Woods. Speaking of reunions, Yenja and Zilan meet again. It's bittersweet as he tells her not to come back. He's sticking to the vow he made, and despite his feelings, he will not see her again. We end with our main couple happy, with all their memories intact, kissing lakeside. What more can you ask for? So I've officially been watching this drama on and off for about 3 years now. Finally finished the last episode, and I am not disappointed. I really like that they didn't try to give everyone a storybook ending, especially this couple. Not because I didn't like them, they really did grow on me, but it was more realistic for it not to work out, and it was nice to see Feng mature a bit. Speaking of character development, I had such high hopes for Li Jing at the beginning of this drama, and he was useless. Just useless. Even that sacrifice at the end didn't do much except make Qing Cang stronger. Maybe I'm being harsh, but I can't remember much he did other than mope about the girl that he cheated on. Favorite character? Definitely Yehua. I know the main character is an easy choice, but still. I feel like most of the mistakes he made were from being naive, not stupid. And he works hard, he's a good dad, just a really likable character without being completely bland. Least favorite character for me is Shunyu. She beat Sujin just because of the sheer amount of damage she caused, and the fact that she would have killed multiple people had she not been stopped. Sujin sucks, but at least she didn't kill anyone. To be honest, Sujin kind of bored me as a villain. She was so one-dimensional that at times I would just want to skip through her scenes because they were all the same. Here's my new plan to get Yehua to love me. It didn't work. How is this possible? On to the next plan. I also really enjoyed Diefeng. He's not a flashy character, but I would want him as a friend. He's just a reliable guy. As for the story, I thought it was really well put together. It dragged at some points, and obviously you have to let go of some stuff in order to get into the story, but for the most part everything made sense, and the ending was good, which is more than I can say for a lot of other dramas. Really, the only big problem I have with the show is that the villains could have been a lot more interesting. Also, honorable mention for Jian, because without his gossiping, I don't think anyone would have known anything. I hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed making it. Definitely let me know what you thought about the series as a whole. I'd love to hear about it. Till next time, thanks for watching.